Hello everybody, welcome back to Cannonball Cottage. Today we're going to be doing a Cajun spiced lamb cutlets or lamb chops. I've already got the lamb been marinating in the Cajun spice with some olive oil, and that's been like that for about an hour. It's been seasoned on both sides, as you can see. So what we're going to do is fry them off in this pan, and then while they're cooking I'll show you how to make up the actual Cajun spice, and then after they've cooked we're going to make up a little bit of a creamy pan sauce to go with the finished lamb cutlets. And that isn't quite warm enough. I'm just going to turn the power up slightly. It is sizzling just a little bit, but it could have done with being a little bit warmer. And we're going to try and get that fat that's on this lamb cutlet to get that to render down. And see if we can do the same with that one to get this fat rendering down. This one's a little bit on the thicker side, so we'll do it that way. Get these seasoning. These little bits here are the rib sort of ends off these two particular lamb cutlets that we're just going to crisp up, and so there you go. We might get a bit of spitting, as you can probably hear it now. So we're going to turn that down a notch, just for it to tick over like so, while we make up this Cajun spice mix. In here we've got 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika and also 1 teaspoon of chili powder. You can leave the chili powder out if you don't want it. We've got 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. You can make this as hot as you like. I mean, my palate favours quite a lot of heat. This is onion granules, 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. 1 sort of heaping teaspoon of oregano. 1 teaspoon of black pepper. A teaspoon of salt. And a teaspoon of sugar. And as the saying goes, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, and in this case helps to balance out the spicy and the salty ingredients. Just balances it out, sort of takes out that sharpness. And there you go. And that's what you would call the Cajun seasoning. And of course you can make it to your own taste. You could add thyme rather than oregano. You could also add a little bit of basil. Well, anything that suits your palate basically. As you can see this now, look how wonderful this is. Really browning up. Look at the colour on those lamb cutlets. You just need them to. I'm going to move this one a little bit further away from the centre and get these 2 little rib pieces a little bit browner and crisped up. So there it is. So over here we've got some chicken stock. And I've also got some cream there, some double cream. that I'm going to try and make up a little bit of a pan sauce to go with this. Suppose we'll need to drain off some of the oil. I'll just get a dish for that in readiness, just to pour that oil off. And while we're waiting, as always, to keep my throat lubricated, here's the red wine. Cheers, everyone. Beautiful. I'll just get the gauge to see what temperature these lamb cutlets are at. We don't want them overly done. See, that one's done, 75 degrees. That one's about done, so you don't want, this is definitely done. That's a wee bit on the thinner side. We've got this one that's a little bit on the thicker side. It's taking a bit of time. I'm just going to take these off because we don't want them overcooking. We just need this one to cook a little bit more, and of course these little riblets, they need to cook off a bit more. And I'll just show you. I'll take it over there. They look absolutely wonderful. Just look at that with a little bit of rice. I'm just going to wait for this last one here to, it might be a little bit, oh no, it's perfect now. Maybe a bit on the pink side. Of course, depends on your level of how whether you want it well done or not. You want it even more well done than that. You would take the heat down. Take the heat down and just cook it for a little bit longer. There we go. Now we're going to put this chicken stock into the pan. Just to deglaze. And this will pick up all the Cajun spices that were in there. And as you can see, I just need a little bit of a dish to put this sauce in once it's completed. We don't need this, all of that fat there. That's all come out of the lamb, as well as, of course, the olive oil. But anyway, there we go. We've got that chicken stock in there. We now just put a little bit of cream. There's those little riblets that I'm just going to wipe that up. And what we have here now is a nice creamy pan sauce to go with this. That might need a little bit of water. Just a wee bit, just to, that's it, that's all it took. Just a tiny bit of water, just to thin that down slightly. I'm going to give that a bit of a taste now, just to see how that's come along with those Cajun spices. I don't think you'd actually get this served with Cajun food, this little sauce. It's just my idea of putting a sauce with it. Not too spicy. It's just picked up all the... And there it is. Look at that. Wonderful, wonderful. I'll see if I can pour that into this dish. Turn the power off. And it goes. A nice little bit of creamy Cajun sauce. There you go. And that's the sauce to go with these beautiful Cajun spiced lamb cutlets. I'm just going to give that another taste just to... It's absolutely yum, 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 yum. So there you go, and that's what you'd have. You'd just have these Cajun spiced lamb cutlets and just drizzle a little bit of sauce across the top like so, and you would have Cajun spiced lamb cutlets with a pan sauce here in Cannonball Cottage in the afternoon. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe to our channel, give it a thumbs up, give it a share, make a comment, and I'll get back to you with any queries you may well have. And time for another drink. Cheers everyone, thanks for watching, see you again soon.